love you. What? Emmy, girl, pull it back, okay? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Comfort. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today is challenge recap day. Y'all, we are in episode 12 of MTV's The Challenge season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies, y'all. And this episode, y'all, was playing on my emotion. Like, I was so annoyed and frustrated. Y'all, these people have me jumping from team to team. I'm with you 1 second. Couple of episodes later, you start doing some stupidity. Like, Emmy really got under my damn skin. And I just don't understand the need for them to pile on one person. Like, what's the issue? What's the damage? What's the problem? What's the problem? Kilo Day? Like, I don't like it. It's very frustrating to my spirit. So I'm gonna get all of that out today. I'm gonna give you guys a recap of what happened. Go ahead and subscribe if you like challenge content, reality TV recaps like this, or even pop culture topics. I do Really Uncomfortable, a series where we talk about anything we feel, and I also address some critical issues that affect the Black and African communities. Go ahead and hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I post, and also like and comment below your thoughts on this episode, y'all, because whoo, they were trying me. All right, so if y'all missed last week's episode, or you don't know what happened, or you're not aware, go ahead and hit this video right here. So basically what happened at the end of the episode is that Ed ended up going in the elimination. He chose Kyle. In between Kyle and Corey, he did a bunch of hemming and hawing to make that decision, y'all, but he finally picked Kyle, and apparently Kyle is the pole wrestle king because he won, and Kyle won and did not let anybody know. Well, he kind of gave an inkling. He didn't really, like, he was vague about it, but basically Kyle ended up choosing to switch to Team Sapphire. You know, he was originally on Team Ruby, and pushed Nelson over to Team Ruby with his homeboy Corey, but Nelson was not happy about it. Nelson wanted to stay with CT and get his chance at winning that $1 million, y'all. Nelson was pissed, right? So that's what we're coming into in this episode. So they're coming back into the house, right? Kyle is just, you know, living his life, walking around, doing like no big deal. Nelson is pissed, and something is said, right? And out of nowhere, Nelson bumps into Kyle's, like runs into his chest, and it's you know Nelson is short. So literally, I don't think he meant to, but he runs into Kyle's chest, right? And it's like, just admitted that you did that. That was some bitch shit. That was some snake stuff. Like, you a snake. Why did you do that? Whatever. And then Kyle was like, who the hell are you talking to? And got in his face and mushed him back too. And, you know, security came and tried to break it up, y'all. And Nelson was like, you didn't say nothing to me. You supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to be my boy. And you didn't even say anything. Like, you want to go to Team Sapphire. Why? For what reason? You knew you wanted to go to Team Emerald. You've been saying you wanted to go to Team Emerald. Why would you come and kick me off of Team Sapphire? That don't even make no sense, right? So Kyle is like, whatever. They still going back and forth. Nelson is like making his case, screaming. And I'm sorry, right? This whole Kyle snake thing, y'all have been saying Kyle is a snake from jump, right? And I understand, I agree, Kyle has a lot of snake moves and snake things that he does, and he really basically just cares about himself, right? But what did Kyle owe you, Nelson? Nelson was talking about, you my boy, and you supposed to be cool, and we're supposed to be like basically working together. So apparently Nelson felt like they were working together because Nelson is really close friends with Amanda, and Amanda is Kyle's partner. So I guess by assumption, he felt like, oh, they were all going to be working together. But y'all have been calling Kyle a snake from jump. If y'all remember the episode when Kyle pulled that thing against Devin, Snake Devin, essentially, in the challenge, Nelson and Corey were the ones saying that Kyle is a snake, going back to his snake ways. So what, my homeboyhood, did he owe you? What kind of loyalty? Corey just went off on him when he got voted into elimination. Y'all are not boys. Like, he doesn't owe you that. So this whole like, Kyle, you owe me, you're supposed to be, but like, everybody is not your boy. I can understand maybe he felt like, okay, because Amanda's on your team, that, you know, like we're rocking, like, you know what I'm saying, we're supposed to protect each other's interests, but not really. Like, not really. The teams just happened, you know what I mean? So I don't really get that. I don't really agree with that. I felt like Nelson was being a bit dramatic. Like, it's like, calm down, be with your friend. Corey was all feeling all like, come on, bro, you know, I've been waiting to be on the team with Nelson. He's dope. Like, we're gonna be so good. That's my bro, whatever. Don't act like I feel like, you know, you don't want to be on our team or whatever. And Nelson's like, that's not what it is. Nelson basically thinking about, I wanted to be on that team with CT. Kyle said that he did what he did because he wants to win, and CT wins everything. And he wants to be on a team with CT. And listen, I can't blame you, my boy. I can't I can't say he's wrong. That would be a smart move. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like, I don't recall, they didn't show if he promised anybody anything. I don't think he did, because Nelson didn't say that. He just said that basically he assumed they were working together. So y'all, like, get out your feelings, like, pull it together. So basically, then we pan to CT, who basically is talking about how he doesn't trust Kyle. Like, hey, he'd rather have him on his team, I guess, than be an enemy, because he doesn't trust him. But he just feels like Kyle is selfish. Kyle just makes whatever moves he wants to make. He doesn't care how it affects anybody else. So he's not really with that. And Kyle is basically explaining to Big T what I just said, that he wants the best chance of winning, and he wants to be on the team with champs that have won before, and that's CT and Ashley. And he's like, that makes the most sense for me. And Big T is like, yeah, like, and Kyle shouldn't underestimate himself. All of them on a team, like, is a pretty good team. And Kyle is pretty good. As goofy as he is, as snaky as he is, as silly as he is, he actually is pretty good when it comes down to like competing, especially like in an elimination. So I'll say that. So basically, y'all, then we pan to Emmy, who is talking to Uncle CT about being tired of being on Team Ruby. She's tired of losing, like they're not good, and that she wants to basically get on a better team, aka Team Sapphire with Uncle CT. So CT is like, he feels like he needs stronger girls. Like, besides Ashley, they don't really have a lot of strong girls. You know, on their team is Ashley, Amanda, and Bettina, and he feels like Ashley's really the strongest girl. But he feels like if he had Emmy on her team, like, they would really be a strong, like a tough squad, right? But he realizes the only way that she can get to be on his team is if she goes into elimination, competes, wins, and then chooses to switch to his team. And he's like, but he doesn't want to do that to her because she's already fought for him before. But it's a nice thought, right? And so Emmy's still thinking about it, like, oh, I wish I could be with my Uncle CT, right? So then Josh is talking to Ashley and Amanda about basically saving them from elimination, because those are his friends, and he considers Amanda a little, basically it's Amanda, he considers Amanda a little sister. If y'all remember, they were previously partners and he had a fake crush on her. You know, Amanda comes with Ashley, so he wants to protect them both from elimination because it's a girl elimination day. So then they just start discussing who should be thrown into elimination, and they feel like Bettina should be thrown into elimination, that Emmy told them that it makes her skin crawl and it gets under her skin that Bettina is still here, that she's done nothing to earn her spot, and that she has no right to be here. She would love to throw her into elimination. She shouldn't be here. Girl, what? I was like, excuse me? It's so, I mean, I just don't like bitchy, mean girl behavior, which is the main reason I don't really care for Amanda or Ashley. I just feel like they have that trait naturally. They don't need to work for it. It presents itself often in their lives. So Bettina overhears them basically talking about how she's whack and that she needs to go home and that she has no right to be here and all of that, right? And they're all kind of discussing that, yeah, we need to, you know, she's definitely an option to throw into elimination. Let's just get rid of her or whatever, right? And their only qualm about it is that if they vote her in and she chooses her partner, that she could be the person, end up coming to Team Emerald or end up switching some of them out. So basically they discuss that and they come to the realization that they want Emmy to go down there and Emmy to pick Bettina so Emmy can take Bettina out, basically. So then it's sad, like, y'all, Bettina gets emotional about it because she overhears them discussing her, and Corey kind of tries to comfort her and like calm her down, you know, and kind of basically encourage her, like, don't let them get to you, like, you know what it is that you bring to the table. I don't understand the audacity of Emmy, because while Bettina is outside discussing with Corey, right, and Corey's just like consoling her or whatever, Emmy gonna walk past and be like, I don't understand why she's crying. She's done nothing to be here. She's done nothing. And she was like, oh, I don't understand why she's crying and why she's being emotional. She's done nothing to be here. Not, y'all, I have a pain in my neck, so I can't really even, but, oh, are you talking about emotional, Emmy? Emmy, y'all have got to have some self-awareness in your life. Begin introducing self-awareness from now in your life. When y'all be saying these things, is it that you don't think about yourself? You are the most emotional, irrational human being. You surpassed crazy CT, surpassed like Ashley. You are ridiculously emotional. Initially, that's why I could not stand your ass. Then you got the audacity. The same way, remember old girl that is no longer here through her own qualms. Berna was trying to judge Amber for being emotional when her, a week later, her goofy ass was the same emotional. Magoofy, aren't you the same one that broke down on every challenge? The same one that freaked out at every pace? The same one that drops random stupid bombs and with, this is for me now. This is for girl. You need to get some self-awareness about yourself. You don't need to talk about anybody being emotional ever again for the rest of your time on this earth or in front of our eyes. Just spare us, please, and stop talking about people being emotional. That is the thing that really was just like, nerve of you. What? Emmy, girl, pull it back, okay? You alright. And okay, you won one elimination, which was a Paul brawl against Esther, who was like less than half your size, I believe. You won it against her. The other one was you won an elimination with a partner, the same way Bettina won an elimination with a partner. And really, if the story be told, you were not the reason that you won that elimination. You and Ed worked very well together. The elimination that Bettina won, she was the reason that they won that elimination. Left up to Corey, they would have still been on the ground. They would have been on the ground since today. TJ would have just left them on the ground because they were not getting it. Like, and then Bettina's the one that solved the puzzle. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Are we confused? Are we confused? Are we like, girl, please don't project, please. So she walks past and says that or whatever, right? And feels like basically she's the only rookie girl that deserves to be there. And why is Bettina there? And it just gets under her skin so much. Girl, don't let it get under your skin too much because I'm about to get under your skin in a hot minute. Like, ooh, you did a lot. Emmy did a lot. And just then I was like, nope. So now they're on the daily challenge, right? And basically TJ announces, as y'all know, as we saw in the preview, that it is the 500th episode of the challenge MTV. Y'all, can y'all believe? Let's talk about the 500th episode first of all. I believe I've watched all 500 episodes. Like, I've fully been invested since the very beginning, since the first one, since the Real World versus Road Rules challenge. Like, was it called Real World versus? I know it was Real World Road Rules challenge, I believe. Like Real World / Road Rules challenge. Y'all, I've been invested back since Rachel and them, Beth and them, Mark, all of them. Like when Bananas first came on the scene. Like, yeah. My favorite for episode 500, I might do that in a separate video and just tell you guys my favorite moments from the challenge because it's a celebration of the 500th episode. But I love the challenge. Like, it's great. Highlight moments are when they were on the season where it was like basically they were like on Survivor, where they were like half dead. And I think Bananas won that season. Paula was on there, Kenny, all of them, right? It was great. It was quality. I really wish they would do that again. It was excellent TV. And then also, of course, the Bananas backpack that CT wore, you know, like the machine that he is, and embarrassed him. Like, it was great. It was quality. It's the 500th episode of the challenge. So TJ, you know, they thank us and we like, you welcome, sir. Y'all welcome or whatever. You know, I got your back. And then they say because it's the 500th episode, they're going to go back to a classic daily challenge. So yeah, so the daily mission is called Brush Contact. Now, if y'all don't remember this one, every time I see this one, it kind of takes me back to when DM, God rest her soul, was on there. And it's the one where she took her wig off, and that one I think they had mud in the water, but I don't know why, just the setup kind of reminded me of that. But anyway, so it's called Brush Contact, and basically what happens is that one team is trying to make it to the end zone with some bags of money. It goes from 1,000 to 3,000, and they're trying to take those bags of money from behind their wall and make it over to the end zone. And another team is going to stand in defense and basically try to take their bags of money, and they go by male and female pairs. So the females go, or the males go first and then the females go, right? And so whoever can get to the end zone with the most amount of money wins the daily challenge, right? So y'all, so we get started. So the first team that goes is Team Emerald. So it's Team Emerald, and they're talking all that mess. You know, we're about to bust through these bitches and, you know, charge them and all this other crap, right? So remember, on Team Emerald is Tori, Casey, and who else on team? I think that's it for the girls. And then the guys is Emmanuel, Josh, and Devin, right? So that is Team Emerald. So basically the guys go first, and so Josh actually comes out the gate, and Josh is pretty good at this. Like, he looks like, you know, real footballish. And it's Team Sapphire that's defending, so it's CT, Kyle, I think those are the only two guys, you know, they're short staffed. So basically Kyle gets rocked by Josh. Josh goes right through Kyle, no problems, no qualms, you know, and basically they get about $3,000 or $4,000 over, right? So Team Emerald does good. And then the females go, and it's Casey and Tori, right? And Tori goes, Emmanuel does great too. All the guys on Team Emerald do great. They get over with. So, oh yeah, Nani. I always forget Nani on this Team Emerald, child. Nani, sorry girl, if you ever see this video. It's no shade, girl. I just really be forgetting, like, it's a lot. It's early. So Nani, Tori, and Casey are on Team Emerald. So then they go, and so they have to go and get it across, but then somebody from the other team can take it from them. So basically Nani gets her bag taken by guy. So basically the money bags go flying everywhere, and you can choose to use something called a smoke bomb that just basically releases smoke to kind of block the vision of the people. So they release the smoke bomb, and Nani cannot see and ends up stepping out of bounds. So that's what DQs her. She would have made it over, but she DQs because of stepping out of bounds and not being able to see. So Team Emerald gets over about 8,000, right? So Team Emerald again, right? So then next, y'all, is Team Sapphire. So Kyle and CT are the guys on Team Sapphire, and it is the women on Team Sapphire are Amanda and Ashley and Bettina, right? So y'all, CT and Kyle go, and Nelson is, you know, he's pissed. He's like, I couldn't wait to get my hands on Kyle. So CT goes first, and CT gets through, you know, pretty much, you know, shake weights, and, you know, he gets through. He does his CT thing, right? And so Kyle is left with 2 bags, and he tries to get across, and Nelson tries to attack him, I think he gets 1 bag away from him, but Kyle does get 1 bag over, and so Kyle makes it over eventually, right? So the guys are done. They make it over. I think they make it over with about 3,000. I can't recall the number, y'all. So then it is time for Amanda, Ashley, and Bettina to go. Y'all, Bettina gets over with no problem. Mama gets over. Like, they do not knock her down. They don't take it from her. And I'm looking like, yes, sis, period. Like, get over, right? So then when she gets over, she comes back to try and help Amanda, right? So basically, Emmy is on top of Amanda trying to get it from Amanda. And Bettina comes over and, like, tries to grab it from her and is like, get off of Amanda. Like, you know, trying to help Amanda out, right? So then Emmy goes, you don't want to wrestle with that wolf. This is a wolf. You don't want, girl, like, it's pissing me off, right? So Emmy kicks Bettina in her, like, chin, right? And just, it's like, just totally unnecessary. Like, I understand you want to keep the bag, but I just feel like Emmy is just too much for my liking. So basically, Bettina can't get it away from her. I think in the end, Emmy does end up keeping the bag. And so Ashley's over there and then gets tackled. Ashley gets tackled by, I think, I don't know what other girl, some other girl, right? And they get it away from her, basically. And so Ashley is pissed off. She's like, Bettina, what the hell are you doing? Like, hello, welcome to the daily. You know how she talks, like, just talks recklessly, like she's somebody's mama, like she's somebody's older sister, like she's somebody's drill sergeant. And it's just like, girl. And Bettina was like, I was helping Amanda, and she was like, you're not gonna get it away from Emmy. Like, come on, she's twice your size, girl. Like, wake up, welcome to the challenge, right? And Bettina's like, well, I got it over, yeah, because nobody was trying to get it from you. Like, ooh, Ashley, ooh, Just when I be like, oh, Ashley might be kind of cool, she just gets on my nerves. Ashley gets on my last nerve. That, I just don't like the way she talks. She too reckless mouth. She too, like, she be just talking to people anyhow, and I just don't, ooh, that rubs me so wrong. I don't really give a damn who it is, rookie or not. Girl, let me ever had gotten on the channel, I would have got Ashley ass to, I might have got sent home, because I'm not gonna be able to take all of that. But I know how to get you together with my words. I don't need to get physical. Like, I know how to get somebody like Ashley, girl, please. Like, I would have got Ashley's ass right together. Bettina didn't really have the words, didn't really know what to say. You know, I felt like she just kind of, she was a little bit defeated in that moment. Like, she said a little slick something back, but not enough. I needed her to shut Ashley down. Like, just like put her in her place. Like, sweetie, you're not nobody to anybody. I didn't help you. I was trying to help Amanda. I wasn't over here playing patty cake, okay? I was over here doing work. Like, what were you doing? You should have got away, champ. Aren't you a champ? Like, girl, good night. So basically, Team Sapphire doesn't really get much across. They get a little bit across. I think they get like 3,000, 4,000 something across. Oh, sorry, y'all, correction. CT actually, because of the smoke bomb that he put off, he ended up stepping out of bounds too, right? So that was annoying. So then y'all were on to Team Ruby, right? And Team Ruby is being defended against by, so basically it's Team Ruby, and Corey's out first, right? Remember, on Team Ruby, the guys are Corey and Kyle. So, and Nelson now. So Corey goes out. Corey and Nelson both go out on some football, you know, Friday night lights, like, and they do really, really good. Shuck and jive. Shuck and jive, not a good word. Shook and jook, or whatever they call it. And they get over to the end zone, right? So I'm watching it, y'all, and honestly, I low-key want Team Ruby to do well, because I just don't like, you know, people kind of piling on underdogs, and I just don't like people feeling like they're just too big and too entitled, like, you know, we win everything and all that. I'd be like, slow your roll, homeboy. That's why I really like CT, because CT doesn't really brag. He just does work, and he's not like Bananas. You know, Bananas is good, but he also just brags unnecessarily. CT just stays low. Back in the day, CT used to brag with no wins, child, but we was still right there with him. We was still backing him, because we knew what he was capable of, and now look at us. We're thriving, right? So CT, you know, he stays quiet, he stays low, and then just wins and beats you. And, like, you know, it's like sitting with you at the reunion, like, yep, win again. Dad bod, no dad bod. I'm the winner, right? I kind of was rooting for Team Ruby, because I'm like, oh, they're the underdogs. They're the ones to lose. lose, but you know, I want them to pull it through, right? So Nelson and Corey do good. They get it over. Y'all, then Logan, and at the time it was like, oh, how cool, right? But Logan throws one of the bags like a Hail Mary, and Corey catches it and it looks cool and it's awesome. And even Devin says that, that looked really, really cool. It's illegal, but it's really, really cool. I was like, what is he talking about? Y'all, sure enough, TJ's like, nope, that doesn't count. You have to run it across. And it's like, not thinking about it, it's like, I'm sure somebody else would have thought of that. But, and Corey was like, man. Oh, no. What it was is that they got bags over. So then the girls had to get their bags back over. But y'all, they got it from Big T. And they also got it from Emmy's ass. So it was just, it was bad. It was bad. Like Casey, Tori, and Nani piled on top of all of them. Like like Debo. Oh, rest in peace, Debo. Like it was bad. It was bad. They didn't have a chance. So they ended up having 0 because of that, right? So again, the team that wins, yeah, I'm tired. We the people, we are tired, right? It's Team freaking Emerald. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sheesh, somebody beat them. Like, come on, y'all. So Team Emerald wins, and they're the agency, and they have to vote who's gonna go into elimination and compete and choose their own partner to go up against them, right? And possibly switch teams and the whole thing. You know how it goes. So y'all, they get back into the house, right? And you know, everybody else is like kind of tending to their wounds, working out, you know, thinking about their life. Team Emerald is celebrating their annoying ass second win. So then everybody starts to get dressed to go to the club, right? So everybody gets dressed and goes to the club, y'all. So y'all, we at the club, y'all, and Nelson pulls Kyle over to sit down with him and talk, basically, right? And Nelson explains to Kyle that, you know, the reason he felt such a way about it is because it was blindsided. He felt like they were working together and he didn't expect that. He thought he was just going to go over to Team Emerald because that's what he had been saying he wanted to do, and that he felt like it was just unnecessary for him to displace him from his basically CT ticket to the final, right? So Kyle owns it and says, yeah, you know what? I could have just went to Team Emerald. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do apologize, right? And Nelson is like, I'm just glad he owned it. But secretly, Kyle says in the confessional, not so secretly because we seeing it obviously, Kyle is like, I just said what he wanted to hear because you don't want to have enemies in this game. So sure, I'm sorry, basically, right? And Nelson is like, I accept his apology, but I still don't trust him. So I'm like, that's good. Y'all are on the same page. He didn't mean his apology. He's probably still gonna snake you again. And Nelson don't trust him anyway. So all's well in bro harmony, right? So then we pan to Ashley, Amanda, and Josh basically discussing who they feel like they're gonna throw into elimination, right? Okay, so basically Amanda's telling Ashley that the Emerald team, Emerald was over there like doing the most, acting like, you know, like acting like they won, whatever. Like just enjoying life basically, while everybody else is like, oh Lord, what are we about to do? So Amanda's telling Ashley that, you know, Emerald team needs to simmer down because they're not untouchable. They could get touched. It could happen. Like they need to just calm down, right? Basically Amanda's saying that they feel like Emerald is going to vote in Bettina because she's a rookie, and that Bettina is likely going to pick Amanda to go up against because, I don't know, maybe size wise that's probably why that she would be doing that. And so she feels like a target is going to be on her and that she doesn't want to go into elimination. So basically says that he wants Bettina to hopefully pick Emmy so that Emmy can beat Bettina and that Team Sapphire can get Emmy and they can be a stronger team, right? Which is just I mean, this game is so toxic. Spies, lies, and allies. Don't y'all hate it when they say that? It's like, shut up. We got it. We understand. We get it. Devin, Nelson, we understood. We know the title. We get it. The theme. Okay, thanks. So then we pan to somehow Bettina gets introduced into the conversation. Like she's there. And basically Amanda asked her, so who are you going to pick? Are you going to pick me? And Bettina's like, no, I don't think so. She's like, so basically Bettina's like, if it's a puzzle, I'm going to pick Emmy because I feel like I could beat her in a puzzle. And if it's something physical, I'm going to pick Big T, right? And so Amanda's like, girl, bullshit. Like Amanda doesn't buy it. Amanda feels like she's still going to pick her if it's something physical. So then Amanda runs over to Emmy and basically tells Emmy that, you know, what are you thinking? Because Bettina said that she's going to choose you if it's a puzzle. And Emmy gets so offended. Like she don't know that she's the wackest at puzzles. Like she don't know that first of all, the hypocrisies of it all. You was just talking shit about this girl. You were just saying that you don't understand why she's emotional, why you're the most emotional person that I've ever seen on television, period. And then you basically were saying and telling people that you want to take her out of the game. So what makes you think that she needs to say anything kind to you? If she would have even heard an inkling of the type of stuff that you've been saying about her, what loyalty does she have to you? Why are you offended? It's a fact. You're whack at puzzles. You suck at puzzles. What have you done to prove that you're good at puzzles? Most of them aren't good at puzzles, to be honest. honest. Like, unless it's CT and who? Amanda's pretty okay at puzzles, right? Like, girl, you suck at puzzle. Like, swallow it. Eat that. Just like you didn't want Bettina. You don't understand why she's getting emotional? We don't understand why you're getting emotional. You suck at puzzles. It's just facts. Thanks. So then, Emmy is like, oh, that really makes me mad. That makes me upset. That she said that I'm not good at puzzles or whatever, because what does she think? She's the puzzle queen? She's the puzzle queen or whatever? Like, please, right? So basically Amanda does this on purpose to manipulate Emmy into wanting to be thrown into elimination so that Emmy can pick Bettina instead of Bettina being thrown into elimination and Bettina potentially picking Amanda. Follow? Yes, right? So then Emmy, y'all, goes over to Bettina to talk to her. And basically everybody understands what Amanda's doing there. She's the one stirring the pot. Emmy goes over to Bettina and is basically like, so I heard that if you are going to go into elimination, that you're possibly going to choose me. Bettina's like, if it's a puzzle, you know, I feel like I would have a better chance against you. If it's a physical, I would choose Big T. And then Emmy is like, well, why are you saying that? And the thing that got me is that Emmy was being fake. You know you don't like her. You know you don't want her in this game. But she over there trying to bond about being rookies and all of this mess. Girl, you think that you're on a different tier, a different caliber of rookie than her. You think you're Emmanuel, and you're not. You're not. You haven't been winning daily challenges like that. You have proven it one time by yourself in elimination. The other time you had a partner. Like, you have meltdowns for no reason. I have not seen you be outstanding in any way. The thing that I liked about her was that, oh, she's different, she's endearing, whatever. It was not that you performed that great. Like, so just like reverse yourself, simmer yourself on down, okay? Basically, then Emmy starts to have an attitude, and Bettina's like, stop listening to what people are saying, because I would never try to like deliberately come for you. It's not like an attack on your character. It's just who I feel like I have a better chance at because it's a puzzle. I don't think I'm the puzzle queen. So then Bettina is like, you know what? I feel like now, like, you're listening to what people are saying. And Bettina's already kind of feel like everybody's talking about her. Everybody's talking down on her, and everybody's assuming that she's not going to do that well, right? So Bettina kind of walks away, and Emmy goes crazy because how dare anybody walk away from manipulative ass Emmy. So Emmy goes over to CT and everybody's group, and it's like, I'm trying to talk to her, she's pissing me off. Like, fully throws a tantrum. You know how she does, right? Loses her mind. Amanda's like, right? And Team Emerald kind of peeps that. So Emmy goes crazy. Bettina doesn't really say much. You know, they had a little tip back and forth, but you know, Bettina's not that girl. Like, Bettina, she's cool, calm, collected. She don't really be doing all that rah-rah that Emmy be doing, right? So y'all, that happened. They get back to the house. So basically, Corey's talking to Bettina, and he's like, anytime there's an altercation between two people, the target is on those two people. Usually, like, it's on their back. It makes them really stand out, and people want to vote them in, right? So Corey's basically encouraging Bettina. Bettina's just like, I'm tired of everybody doubting me. And so Bettina talks to Tori and is like, well, I would want you guys to vote me in so that I could choose my own partner and I could have a chance, basically. Like, you know, I don't want to put my fate in whoever else gets put into elimination. So Tori basically makes her believe that she's going to choose her. But then Amanda goes around and basically kind of low-key threatens Team Emerald that if y'all choose Bettina, Bettina's going to pick me, and then if I win, because I'm going to win, then I'm going to infiltrate Team Emerald. And that's just what it is. So y'all better not pick Bettina, basically. And Team Emerald, their whole goal and their whole MO is to stay together and not pick somebody that will possibly come over to their team. And Bettina says that if she wins, she wants to stay on Team Sapphire. Like, she's good with her team and she has no interest in going to Team Emerald. So Tori is like, yeah, that's a good idea. You know, I'll help you with that, right, y'all? Then they get to the deliberation. They, you know, the agency, Team Emerald, are sitting there, and basically, you know, people have to plead their case. So Bettina goes first. Bettina is like, look, I know that I'm considered one of the weakest girls here. I'm a rookie girl, and I know that's why people might target me or whatever. And she says, but I would like if you guys did me a solid and vote me into elimination so that I could have an opportunity to pick my own partner and I'm not at a disadvantage, right? And so they're like, okay, all right, we hear you out, whatever, right? So y'all, specifically, Amanda had talked to Devin earlier. That's who she was saying to, that I'm probably going to infiltrate Team Emerald if you guys pick Bettina, and, you know, she might pick me, right? So fast forward back to the deliberation. So Amanda's like, well, I feel like if Bettina goes in, she might possibly pick me. I don't think you guys will vote me in, but I do think she might possibly pick me. If she picks me and I do win, I can't promise that I'm not going to infiltrate Team Emerald. And Bettina said in her statement that she would stay on Team Sapphire, right? They're like, well, we're not looking for anybody to infiltrate our team. We're not looking for you to win because we don't want you to have power and to be able to switch. And Amanda's just like, well, who knows? Like, you know, basically messing with them, manipulating them, trying to make them understand that if you do pick Bettina's gonna pick me, and then if I win, I'm coming over there. I'm not gonna let you guys beat. So then they start thinking twice twice about actually putting Bettina in, right? You know, Tori stay making promises to people that just, you know, she can't do. I wish she would just say, I don't know what's gonna happen, girl, let's see, right? Like, stop making it like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I'm gonna die, it's a good idea. So then, you know, after Amanda says that her whole spiel, then they get to Emmy, and Emmy basically says that what she heard, that Bettina, if she goes into the elimination, that she's going to pick Emmy if it's a puzzle, because apparently she's the puzzle queen, and she says it all sarcastically, and Bettina's like, no, I'm not, they are. And Emmy basically says that, you know, she loves Team Ruby, but she doesn't feel like she belongs there, that she really wants to be back with her Uncle CT, and that she is not opposed to going into elimination. She would like to be voted in so that she could pick her partner and have an opportunity to get back to Team Sapphire, right? And Nelson basically says, well, CT is not giving out finals. Like, if you infiltrate and get on his team just to attach yourself to him, like, he's gonna leave you there in the dust. Like, he's not gonna just, like, you know, coddle you. And CT is like, I cannot just give away final, okay? Like, you have to earn it, you have to work for it. I'm not just gonna carry you with me to the final, basically, right? But then you have to put in some type of effort. Like, the people that have tried to attach themselves to him and they weren't that good have not won either. Like, you just end up falling by the wayside, and he's not gonna have you attached to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's not TT. CT wants to win. So then, y'all, they finish the deliberation. So they vote, and so Team Emerald ends up voting Emmy into elimination because they're scared that if they vote Bettina in, basically, that she'll choose Amanda, and then Amanda might win and infiltrate their team. So Bettina talks to Tori afterwards and is like, so what happened? And Tori is like, you know, the way that Amanda presented it, we didn't want that possibility of her infiltrating our team. And so Bettina was like, so everybody just basically assumed that I would lose, right? And she was like, yeah, they just assumed that you would lose, so that's why they voted you, you know, didn't want to vote you in. They decided to vote Emmy in. And so Bettina is just like, it's just like really discouraging, basically, you know, nobody thinks that I'm gonna win, so what's the point of me fighting? And Tori is like, girl, fight for yourself, don't fight for other people. Like, fight for yourself, you ain't got no friends in this. And I agree, you know, that fight for yourself, fight for Sweden, fight for, you know, you said you were a country girl, I'm fighting for my country girls from Sweden. Fight for your country girls from Sweden. Those are the people that are rooting for you. Those are the people that got your back, not these people in this house. They don't give a damn about you. So don't be trying to fight for them, and don't let them dictate how you play in the game and how you move in the game. Like, girl, come on. Like, get some, you know, gall, get some audacity, you know? So y'all, then they get to the elimination grounds and they call down Emmy. TJ calls down Emmy and is like, Emmy, you were voted in, and who are you gonna pick? And sure enough, you know, Emmy was hemming and hawing like, oh, I may pick this person, I may pick this person. But all in all, she chooses Bettina, right? Because we can't tell at that point if it's a physical elimination, if it's a mental puzzle, whatever. So she chooses Bettina, and y'all, oh, it's like, okay, y'all, this elimination was kind of, I mean, it was kind of weird, but to me, it wasn't even really that worth talking about. So basically, the elimination is called Bombs Away. So basically what you have to do is there's this huge rocket that you have to sling and swing, and there's these 5 little, I don't know, pellets or plates that you have to get the rocket to hit and knock down, and whoever gets all 5 knocked down fastest wins the elimination, right? Very, like, weird kind of, you know, logistic type of challenge or elimination, right? So y'all, they start, and at first none of them can really get it. You know, Emmy is obviously stronger than Bettina, and so Emmy is swinging it and is starting to get some momentum and finally gets one knocked down. Y'all, Bettina cannot do it. Bettina can't get it. It's not even worth talking about. Like, it's just, oh my, I felt like she didn't really try. I don't know if it was just that she was so tired or that she had no arm strength, so she just kind of gave up halfway, but she just looked so lackluster. This was not the girl that helped Corey win that elimination. You know, Bettina, they stayed getting knocked down, and Bettina got right back up and came up with the plan for them to win. Like, she just had no fire in her. I felt like she was defeated. I felt like she let everybody's opinions of her get in her head. And, you know, Emmy takes a little bit, you know, but Emmy ends up winning the elimination, y'all. And Bettina gets sent home. And Bettina's just like, you know, I didn't have the arm strength. I'm proud of myself still. As she should be. She did well. She made it far. But it's like, I really just wish she would have got some more fire. I feel like if she would have, you know, sometimes adrenaline like overcomes your natural strength. So you may not be strong, but your adrenaline will get you, like, she could at least got a little bit close maybe, but you know, whatever. So Emmy's emotional ass wins again, and she does the same thing she always does. For my grandma, for Romania, for all of you, I love you, like, you know. So then she gets down to where it's like, who are you gonna pick now? And so she's like, I'm gonna take Amanda's place on Team Sapphire so I can get back to my Uncle CT. And then Amanda's like, good job. So Amanda is now on Team Ruby, which is the team that Emmy was previously on, which is cool because Amanda, you know, is close with Nelson, Corey, you know, Big T, Kyle. Oh no, Kyle's on Team Sapphire now, my bad. So, you know, they're all right? So basically Team Sapphire, they're like, we're stacked now, right? So it's CT, Kyle, Ashley, and Emmy, right? So they feel like they're stacked. And Team Emerald, they're basically, Josh is basically like, I feel like we screwed ourselves because we basically got them a stacked team and they could really be a problem later on. And I feel like we really messed our game up, honestly. And I hope so. Oh God, I really hope that you messed your game up. I really hope that you lose the next one because I cannot. I'm just over Team Emerald winning. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, come on, CT, get it in gear. Like, you can do it. Come on. So y'all, basically that is the elimination. Emmy wins, and we're gonna see what happens on episode 13, y'all. We are moving right along the season. Let me know your thoughts below. How did you feel about Emmy coming for Bettina in that way? Did you feel like she was hypocritical? Did you understand where she was coming from? Do you feel like Bettina really like stayed low-key all the way till the end? You don't feel like she put in any work? And do you feel like Emmy is that great? Like, honestly, she you know what I'm saying? So go ahead and leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit the post notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I post a video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.